Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Don't forget, if you like the video, click on like and subscribe and talk about it on chat lines, wherever it is your social media activities, and help us to grow and help more people. I'll talk to you soon. Column says 27-year-old. Oh, before that we have Seb says, HOCD makes me feel like I'm attracted to a certain person, causes lots of anxiety. That's what HOCD does. But the problem is that when you know it's HOCD, you still fall for the fact that this makes me this, I wonder. Well, this is HOCD. It's like saying, I have a cold and my nose runs. And you know the runny nose is because of the cold, but you say, it gives me anxiety that my nose runs. Well, it runs because of the cold. It's not the new you that you're going to be walking around with the nose running. HOCD, when you realize, according to your knowledge and study and research, that this is HOCD that makes me react or feel or think this way, then no longer it matters how it reacts or makes you feel or think that way. Because you know it's not you, it's HOCD. It's a malfunction, it's a disorder. And then you deal with that through the ways that the psychologists and psychotherapists, such as Dr. Schwartz, Dr. Philipson, Dr. Ann Weiner, all these experts in HOCD have explained what it is, how you can deal with it, and through, it's a subset of OCD, and through the 4 steps of Dr. Schwartz dealing with OCD, understanding Dr. Philipson's teachings about pure O, and all these will help you to recognize what HOCD is and then not panic about it and deal with it and rewire your brain through neuroplasticity and get your balance back and settle down. Many parts of our body and mind, many parts of the body gets into a turmoil here and now and then and falls into some kind of a glitch. What makes you think that the brain doesn't? Brain is also an organ, just like any other organ that could malfunction, and then you got to go heal it, fix it. Brain the same. We have more brain issue, mental issues than many others. As time passes, there are more mental issues than there ever was in the history, because there are more bullshit is being thrown at us, so we got to deal with that. And we don't know enough about the brain now. Studies of Dr. Speary, Dr. Penfield, Dr. Owen, Dr. Libet, all these experts in neuroscience and neurosurgery have done the research and shown us that you're not the brain. Brain is not you. Dr. Schwartz have talked about it in detail in his book. And then Dr. Speary, Dr. Penfield, Dr. Owen, Dr. Libet, with all the experiments and Nobel Prize echelon of experiences, they have proven beyond the shadow of doubt that you're not the brain, brain is not you, and all these glitches are because of the malfunction of the signaling system of the brain. So you got to learn that and then stop worrying. Just learn how to deal with it. Yes, column. That's right. You don't become thoughts. And if you notice, column, you from now and then you try to assure yourself by bringing up these comments. You're actually asking for assurances. I'm trying to tell you, stop asking for assurances. Just don't respond to the bullshit of the brain. Just know that this is a glitch, and then how you should deal with it every time that such thoughts show up. And then you go through the steps and you deal with it to rewire your way of thinking, rather than every time that such thought shows up in your head, you become unstable and needs reassurances and need to hear it again. That's all for reassurances. Just stop reassuring yourself. Say, okay, whatever the hell. I live by my vetoes and choices. So it doesn't matter what idea, suggestion, images shows up in my head. It doesn't matter how it affects my body. It matters that I have the ultimate power, and that is I live with my vetoes and choices. Doesn't matter what shows up in my head. I, and only I, my awareness is the only one that can decide what I do, what I don't do, what I engage with, that I don't engage with. It doesn't matter how what suggestions. It's no different than other people in the street keep telling you, oh, come on, smoke crack, it's really good. You live by your choices and vetoes. Doesn't matter how many times, how many people suggest something to you. Same thing with the brain. It doesn't matter what it suggests, how many times intrusive thought shows up. You live by your vetoes and choices because that's the ultimate power. Those people keep uttering and suggesting cannot make you do anything. When you know that's not in line with your values, you will not comply. Same thing with the brain. It can keep saying and keep bringing all kind of images and, torturing you. But you're under no, they have no power to make you do anything. You do have the power. And that's your exercising your vetoes and choices. So relax. Shelby says, I'm fed up with my HOCD. Thinking it's all over, finally, new things are coming. I'll never be back to my normal self. I don't know how to deal with this anymore. This is your normal self. There is nothing wrong. It is a normal thing when something hits our head and we choose yes or no. It doesn't matter how many things negative or contrary to your values shows up in your head. What matters is what you decide on that suggestion. That's why you're never in danger. It doesn't matter. You don't have to. You don't need to expect these thoughts don't show up. It shows up in everybody's head one time or another in what different persistent or continuity in different people. But everyone has intrusive thoughts. All kinds of nasty thoughts shows up. That is not an anomaly. What you need to do to understand that this is normal. This is what normal is. Human psyche is fucked up. And this fucked upness, this new word now, guys, put in the dictionary, this fucked upness of normality of the brain is the actual normal way of human psyche, because it has these glitches and it's not advanced to the point that it can separate itself from this so-called glitch. So it happens. That's part of a normal psyche. But the other thing is that it's not about not having intrusive thoughts. It's about understanding what intrusive thoughts are and how to deal with them. And it can show up to the rest of my life. I don't care. Why? Because I know what it is. It's like I pass by and I see someone who is crazy on the corner of the street. I don't care how many days I pass by. When I see that person, I know that person is crazy, and it doesn't bother me because I now know what it is. So when intrusive shows up, you don't have to say, well, I'm normal when no intrusive thought shows up anymore. No, you're not normal then. You're weird because brain is not smarts. It is subject to all kinds of fluctuations and glitches and disorders. But you knowing about these characteristics of the brain that can malfunction and so on is what makes you someone who is in control of this apparatus. Like any other apparatuses, it malfunctions. Knowing about it makes you be normal. Not knowing about it, believing it, falling for it, and following it, that's the problem. That's the sickness. That's not being normal because you believed in something that is not real. But these glitches showing up, but recognizing what is a glitch, what is your choices, and the fact that this is not in line with your values, that's being normal. Like if I'm walking in the streets, some people are doing some things that are not in line with my values, knowing that they're doing something that is not in line with my values, it makes me in control. But I can't expect, say, oh, when I walk in the street, there should be no one who does anything wrong. Well, some people are robbing somebody, some people are making improper advances, some people are using certain kind of a language or behavior, somebody is taking their pants off. These are all things that I cannot control, but knowing that they're not in line with my values then helps me to make the right decision and choices and vetoes. And that's what being normal is. So don't expect that not to make you not normal. You are normal, but you got to exercise your knowledge to be able to negotiate your daily life, including the glitches in the brain. Subscribe on my channel, visit my channel, and go through the videos that you might be interested in. Mind@seekstruth.com is making it one step away to talk to me one-on-one on Skype and discuss what's concerning you. I'll talk to you soon.